So good morning students. Today we will going to study the VI characteristic of a PN junction diode. Okay. So first what we will going to see the what is a PN junction diode, how it look likes. Okay. And so I will going to show you this is what your diode look likes. Okay. So you can easily see we have got this silver coated here. So this is the negative part and this black portion is the your positive part. So this is how we are representing a diode. Okay. So you if I put this diode here, okay, if I put this diode here, you can see that this is the anode, the black portion. I have taken IN4001 diode. So this black portion is your anode, which is known as the positive terminal, and this silver coated part is the cathode, which is known as the negative terminal. The symbolic representation of this PN junction is like this. We are drawing it like this. So this is the negative terminal and this is the positive terminal. As you are all aware that when we are talking about this anode and cathode, so we always say in anode, whenever we are talking about this anode, current always enter through the anode. That means that diode, when we are connecting this diode, the current will going to enter through it. Okay. And current always exit through the cathode. So current will going to exit from it. So what this means, that when we are connecting this diode in a forward wise, the current will going to pass, and when we will going to connect the diode in a reverse wise, the current will not going to pass. Okay. So the diode will acting as a open circuit. This is the ideal condition which we are talking about. Okay. So you can see that this is the when we are connecting a diode in a forward bias. So what we have to do, we have to connect the positive part of a diode with the positive terminal of a battery, and the negative part of a diode with the negative terminal of a battery. So this is the forward biased. Similarly, when we are talking about the reverse biased, in reverse bias what we are doing, we are connecting the positive part of a diode to the negative and the negative part of a diode to the positive. So in this case the diode will going to work in a reverse bias condition. So what we are going to see is that when we are talking about the VI characteristic of a diode, so what we will going to see is that we have got a diode working in two condition. Okay. So we can say a diode will going to work in a forward bias condition. So we are using it as a VF voltage. And when we are talking about that diode is working in a reverse bias direction, reverse bias condition, so we are mentioning the voltage as VR. So whenever when the diode is working in the forward bias direction or a reverse bias direction, we have got a current which is going to flow through it. Okay. So what, as I have told you that that in reverse bias condition, when we are saying that there is no current flowing, that means we are talking about the ideal condition, but in practical application we are not going through it. Okay. So the diode, when the diode is working in the forward bias, we will going to see that you will going to get a curve like this. So suppose the diode have a cut-in voltage. So according to that cut-in voltage, diode will going to operate. For example, if a diode is having a cut-in voltage of 0.5, 0.7 or 0.2, then according to that the diode will going to work. Current will start, the current will not going to flow for this 0.2 duration, but it will going to start flowing through this. So the current which you will be getting here, that is, I can say the IF will be in a milliampere. When we are talking about the diode in a reverse bias condition, so we have to apply a more voltage. Okay. So you can find that the voltage which we are getting here is like, we can say this is a reference as a 0, 5 volt, 10 volt, 15 volt, like this. And you can see that the characteristic which we are getting in a reverse bias diode, which you have already studied in your theoretical classes, you will be getting a characteristic like something like this, that after some time period, or we can say after applying some range of voltage, there will be sudden increase in the current. So the current which you are getting in a reverse direction, we are measuring it as a IR, and this is being measured in a micro ampere. So we can say that the current which we are getting in a forward bias condition is in milliampere, and the current which we are getting in a reverse bias direction is the micro ampere. Okay, so now we will be using this kit to perform our experiment of a PN junction diode. Okay, so this is the kit which is being used for perform the experiment of a PN junction diode characteristic. Okay, so you can see that here we have got a voltmeter and here we have got a ammeter. Okay, so we will going to find out the range of the voltage. We will going to vary the voltage, and then we will be getting a current with respect to that voltage. So first we will going to do the forward biasing of a diode. So you can see here we have got a forward bias, and we can also do it for the reverse bias. Okay, so what we have to do, I can show a diagram. Okay, so in this diagram what we can say that we have a battery source. So you can see that we have got this battery source, we are connecting this battery source. You can see this is a set voltage here, we will going to set the voltage. So this is the output which we are getting 0 to 3 volt and 30 volt DC. So I will going to explain you why we are using this. Okay, so for forward bias condition what we have to do, we have to connect the voltmeter in parallel to this battery, and what we have to do, we have to connect a ammeter in series with this diode. Okay, and this will going to work as your forward bias condition. And what we will be doing, we will be taking some of the observation. So as we will going to write as connect the things, and we will going to observe some of the readings. Okay, so I will going to connect. So first what we have to do, we have to take a wire. Okay, so you can see that we have got a positive. This positive is being connected to the positive of a voltmeter. So this is my positive supply of a battery. So I will going to connect this positive supply with this. Then you can see this voltmeter positive, this voltmeter positive, and the positive of a battery is being connected to the ammeter. So I will going to take one more wire, and I will going to connect it to the ammeter. Then you can see the negative of this ammeter is being connected to the resistance and a diode. So you can see here we have got this resistance and a diode. So what we will going to do is that we will going to take a wire and we will going to connect it from here. Now next what you will going to see, this diode, okay, is being connected to the ground. We can say, let's say this is the reference, we are connecting this as a ground. So this we are connecting this to this black terminal. So what we will going to do is that we will going to connect this here. Now you can see that the voltmeter is also being connected to the negative part of the battery. So we will going to take another wire, we will going to connect it here. Now what you have to see is that when operating a diode in a forward bias condition, so you can see that we have to select the range of a forward bias as a 0 to 3 volt. Okay, because we know that as we have drawn the characteristic, we are getting a curve like this, something like this. Okay, so here we are increasing a voltage from 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. So the range which we are selecting here will be from 0 to 3 volt, and the reading which I will be getting for the current is in milliampere. So we will going to select, you can see here we have got switch where we can select 3 volt DC or a 30 volt DC. So if I make it here, it will be selected as a 30 volt DC. So what I am doing, I want to measure the reading of a voltmeter in 3 volt. So I will be going to select it as a 3 volt. Here also I will going to select it as a 3 volt, and here I will going to select it as a milliampere. Now I will going to on the kit. Okay, now you can see, so let me remove this wire here. So you can see that right now voltmeter, the voltage which we have given is a 0. So there can be a tolerance values. Okay, so there can be some of the internal structure fault, so the reading can be somewhat mismatch you can get. But you have studied this thing in your 12th class, that whenever we are measuring the reading, we should have a line of sight, okay, to see the reading. So we are doing the video recording, so maybe you are not able to see it properly, but we will try our best so that you can get the reading. So we will also going to write that reading. So let's say right now we have got a 0 volt. So you can easily see that the ampere we are getting, the current is 0. So we can say that, let's say we are writing this as a 1. So at 0 we are getting a current in a 0 milliampere. Now we will going to increase this. Okay, so we have increased this. So still you can see that we have increased it to the 2.5. okay, we have increased it to the 0.25, sorry, 0.25, and still my reading, what I am getting a current is a 0 ampere. Now what I will going to do is that I will going to increase the voltage, and let's say I will going to set the voltage as a 0.5. So you can see that as I am moving this cursor, so this reading is changing, and the ammeter reading is also changing. So I have made it as a 0.5. So here I have written 0.5 third x reading, and you can see that the current which we are getting is roughly about 1 milliampere. So I am getting something 1 milliampere. Now what we will going to do, we will further going to increase it to the 1 volt, and you can see easily that we are getting the roughly the reading in a ammeter as 3.8. So we are at 1 volt, at 1 volt we are getting a 3.8 milliampere. Now we will going to put it at the 2 volt. So you can see that when we are increasing to the 2 volt, there is a sudden increase in the current. So you can see at fifth reading we have taken as a 2 volt, and you can see the reading which we have got is almost around 10 milliampere. So we are getting a 10 milliampere. You can see. Okay. Now if I increase it to the 3 volt, I am increasing to the 3 volt, you can see that we have not got the further reading. So you can see we have reached to the maximum limit of the ammeter. As soon as after 2 volt we are increasing the further voltage, you can see the current is start increasing suddenly. So if you have seen the characteristic of a diode which I have drawn here, you can see that first the current was slowly increasing, and suddenly the current start increasing. Okay. So this is the thing which we have verified with the help of a forward bias. You can plot this on the graph paper, this reading on a graph paper, and you can just verify the forward bias condition of a diode. So now what we will going to do, we will going to perform the experiment for the reverse bias condition. So in reverse bias condition, what you have to do, only you have to change the terminal of a diode. So the positive which was being connected here, in this we were having a circuit like this in a forward bias. Now what we have done, instead of this we have just rotated the diode position. So you can see on the kit also, you can see that for the reverse bias condition we have got something like this. So what we will going to do is that we will going to connect this part and this part here. Okay. And now what we will going to do is that first we will going to take a voltage, and now again when we are performing a reverse bias condition, so what you can see that, as I have already told you, that in reverse bias condition we are getting a current, reverse bias current in a microampere. Okay, so the voltage range which we are selecting is from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20 like this. So we will going to change this switch. So we will be changing this switch to the 100 microampere, and this voltage to a 30 volt, and this also to the 30. So now you can see at 0 we are getting a 0 current. That means the voltage which we have applied 0, we are getting a 0, and this is in microampere. Okay, now we will going to increase the voltage to the 5 volt. Now you can see that I have connected a voltage at 5 volt, still I am getting a current as a 0 microampere. Now what I will going to do is I will going to increase the reading as a 10 volt, and now you can see that there is somewhat deflection in the ammeter. And when I have taken as a 10 volt, now you can see the reading which we are getting is roughly 10 microampere. So we are getting a current of 10 microampere. Now we will going to increase it to the, let's say, 20. We have started increasing it to a 20, and you can see that we have selected it as a 20 volt. So you can see that the current which we are getting is roughly 50 microampere. And if I select it further, you can see as I am selecting the deflection in the ammeter is increasing. Okay, so by this you can see that if I have reached to the 30 volt, my reading is roughly around 90 microampere. So in this way you can, if you start plotting this graph on a graph paper, so you will be getting a forward bias and a reverse bias condition of a PN junction somewhat like this, which we have drawn. So I hope that you have got this idea how this diode is working. So thank you everyone for watching this video.